Hello, hello, and hello, family. Welcome to Art Expressions. Today, of course, I have a special guest who is my little brother. EJ, say hi.
Hi.
All right. And of course, you guys know me. My name is T. Hines. Welcome. Today, we're going to be talking about perception. A lot of people like to have a perception about their life. They have a perception about the situation. They have a perception about a lot of things. So I kind of wanted to read a fact to you first before we get into any activities. So, did you know that perception is influenced by your subconscious? Everything you perceive is dependent on some basic expectations or that your brain has, excuse me. Then it says you won't recognize things until your brain has learned to give them meaning. That's pretty cool. So in a short term, it has to do with your subconscious, what you're thinking, where you feel like you're, say, for example, I could be out of the blue. I could see a bicycle riding down a street, right? And then my perception of seeing that person ride down the street could be something different. Maybe I see that them riding is something fun to me because it reminds me of something that I've experienced that, brought me happiness, joy. Or to somebody else, looking at that bike could remind them of something that didn't have in their life. They didn't have a bicycle. They didn't get to learn how to ride a bike. Their perception and their perspective has changed. So I want to start with the activity that we're going to have today. And I'm going to use my little brother here as an example so he doesn't know what we're doing. So I wanted you guys to see the real reaction. You can do this with your family. You can do this by yourself. You can do this with your friends, or you can do this with your relatives as well, siblings, anyone who you trust and who trusts you. And it's all about what you see when you look at either inkblots and it's blots with a T, BLOTS. And also it helps with what is going on in your mind. A lot of people think that when they look at photos, they just think of the normal statement, oh, photos are worth, 1,000 words. Yes, that's true. But when you're actually intentionally looking at a photo and all of a sudden your subconscious is thinking of something completely different than what you think or what everyone else is assuming you're thinking or should think, then you really realize what's going on in your mind. So that's what we're testing today. And I wanted to do that experiment to see what we're thinking and what may be going on in our minds subconsciously. So stay tuned. So we're going to do the first two photos first. So we're going to do a total of, I want to say 6 photos. It's going to go by really quickly though. So I'm going to show you in a moment. All right. So you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So this is, let me brighten it so you can see it a little more. So before I show it to him, you all, I'm going to show you all the photo. You can see that is the first photo. And this is the other one. Hopefully you guys can see that. So yeah.
Planets.
So the first thing that you see are planets, right? What does this picture mean to you when you look at it? You see that there's an astronaut there. He wants to give this girl planets. What do you think that means?
I think what he's trying to do is trying to be helpful and give her something like balloons, but instead of balloons, they are planets.
Mm-hmm. What do you think the planets represent?
Meanings of something.
Like what? Surround them.
Stars.
Stars. So what do you think he wants to give her? Can you give somebody planets in real life?
No.
No, but in this picture, he really wants to give her what?
It is what he's thinking. He's thinking about her, like.
You need help?
Yeah, sure.
I believe this is my perception. He's an astronaut, which means he's in outer space,
Right.
They look like they're in a galaxy. See the stars? And that looks like it could be the world. And then these are the other planets. I think he's trying to tell her, I want to give you the world.
Oh.
Yeah, like it. All right, so we're gonna do the other photo. So I'm gonna show you all first. Okay.
Wait.
That's the first one. So you all can see. Hopefully, camera. All right. Now, what do you think of when you look at this photo?
Just hanging out with each other, being loved by the family.
What's that?
As a dog.
What's this?
As one.
So where do you think they are?
They're at the ocean.
Ocean or lake or something?
I said lake. I mean the beach.
Yeah, they could be at a beach. What else do you see?
I see a heart as the sun.
Ooh. So what does that mean to you?
That they're in love.
That they love each other. Good job. I feel the same way. I think these are friends, and I think that they're just enjoying life and they're taking time to enjoy time. A lot of people don't do that, right? Yeah, they don't take time out their day to just look around, take a walk,
sit back, relax,
ride a bike.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like that's what it is. They're just relaxing. All right, so I got one more. Actually, I have a trick one for you. Oh, yeah. Hopefully. Oh my gosh, I hope I didn't lose it. Please. Well, if I'm unable to find it, I'm going to post it and see what people say, which probably makes it even more fun. So no worries. I think I put it somewhere else. So we're just going to continue with the photos I already have. All right. So these are the last. Actually, this is the last. These are the last two. All right. So show me what you think when you look at. Stop trying to do a sneak peek and just wait. Sheesh. Mm-hmm.
This is weird.
No, it's not. I think it's a lot. So what's the first thing you see when you look at this picture?
I see a baby in the middle that's crying. And then the other, I see two parents arguing.
Why do you think the baby is crying?
Because of the two parents arguing and it's making the baby frustrated.
Yeah, and babies can feel that at a young age. A lot of people feel like babies can't feel your pain or your happiness. They sense those things as young as they are. And that's so true. Both parents are arguing, and I don't think that they see that they're making the baby very unhappy, upset right now, right? Yeah. But pictures explained it, right? Without any words.
Right.
Good job. You got one more. And then we are at no biggie. All right. What's the last one? Yep, that's the last one. All right. Last two. And you guys can also tell me what it is that you guys think when you look at these photos. Where does your mind take you? Where, what feelings do you feel when you see them? Does it remind you of something? Are you triggered in a happy way or in a negative way? What's going on in your mind?
Okay. What I first see, I see a White House on a beach. I see an ocean with the sun rising up and then going down.
How does it make you feel?
Feels calming.
Relaxing, right? Yeah. What's one word you can think of that represents this whole thing about how you feel? What's one emotion you can feel? But you have to look at it to see.
I'm not really sure.
We want to know what word comes to mind when I look at it.
What?
Freedom.
Oh,
Yeah. When I look at it, I look at the reflection of the sun, how it hits the water and it changes the colors. I look at how the birds are flying because they can go anywhere they want to go. I look at, like you said, this house sitting on the top there. But I don't know. Yeah, yes, it's a lighthouse. And yeah, that's what I think of. I think that as the sun is setting, it's almost like the world's way of saying, or God's way of saying, everything's calm, everything is good, everything's free.
That's pretty cool.
I know, right? So you guys, I have a test for you all. And as I show it to you all, I want you to write down in the comments below what you think when you look at these photos. Where does it take you? Does it remind you of an experience you've had from childhood, a recent experience you've had with a family or friend, or even a stranger, a show, a movie, whatever you feel or emotion that you've had when I show you these photos? I want you to write it down in the comments and let me know where it takes you and where your mind goes. Okay, so this is first one. And I don't own any of these photos. So none of these paintings do I own at all. And I found these and I just thought that they were very inspiring, but they're also very deep as well. And I just wanted to share them with you all because I know a lot of people have ideas about what it is and what it means, and especially people who created them. I want to know what was in their mind when they created it. And I want you to tell me what you think when you see photos like this. And I have one more for you all, and it should be the last one. I think it's pretty fun to look at. I know, right? This one is probably one of my favorites, only because that's exactly how I feel right now. If I were to tell you, yes, happy, joyful. The fact that she is, I'll put it here right in front of the moon. She's hanging on to the moon and the stars are following her from the moon, and she's just feeling free, like hanging from the moon. To me, I feel like she's hanging on to a dream and she's just in her own world being herself. Crazy. Isn't that cool? Yeah, so 1 second. Of course, I have a definition for you all, and then I also have a scripture to end it with. But there was a particular one that I wanted to show you all, and I wanted to see what you were thinking. I showed it to you. Hold on a second. There it is. Okay. Hold on. If it comes up. There it is. All right. So hopefully it will. So I'm going to do it this way. Maybe if I turn it sideways. Oh, okay, cool. All right, you guys. So I'm going to blow it up as much as I can. And I want you all, this is the last one, and then I can read you the definition. I want you to tell me what you think of when you see this. And this is an actual ink blot that people have used in the past. And a lot of people get different answers when they look at it. And it's all based on where your mind is and how you think. And then you have to determine, well, why did your mind go in that direction? So this is the ink blot, okay? And when I look at this, I think of something completely different. I don't want to say my answer yet because I want to hear my little brother's answer first. And I want to see what where his mind goes when he looks at it. I think this is so cool because different people can see the same photo, and of course a lot of people have different answers, but it tells you what's on their minds consciously. When you look at this photo, what do you think of when you see it? Do you see a face? Do you see a design? What is it?
I see a design.
Design, okay. Design of what?
2 dogs having their hand up in the air, clapping.
Oh.
Or skirt or skirted in the heart, whatever it is.
A skirt or a heart?
Yeah.
Okay. I like the dog idea.
And flowers. I mean, not flowers, and a butterfly.
Got you. You know what I see? I see two people trying to reach each other. And either they can't reach each other or they're stuck. Or I see two people, or rather one person, who sees their reflection and they're just realizing who they are. Isn't that crazy? It's almost like when you look in the mirror and you're like, wow, that's me. That's all of me. This is who I really am.
Crazy.
Yeah. So if you guys want to challenge, right. So if you guys want to challenge yourselves, you guys can always look at these inkblots. You can Google them if you'd like. And again, I am not a child psychologist. I'm not a art therapist as of yet. I am working on a lot of things behind the scenes. I'll let you guys know in the future. But I am going through these processes because I want to teach other people what I've learned and hope that others can learn how to use their artistic styles and talents and gifts to help other people express how they feel, assess their emotions, and to be able to process them in a healthy way so that they're not stuck, they're not holding on to anything. And like I teach you, when you hold on to emotions, what happens to you?
You get stuck in my head. I mean, well, I feel sick.
You get sick. Yes. All right. So I'm going to read you guys the definition. You want to read it? Okay. Can you read my chicken scratch?
Really? It ain't no chicken scratch. Okay. The ability to see, hear, or become aware of something through the
senses.
Oh, it looks like
I told you can't read my chicken scratch.
Yeah. Senses.
Mm-hmm.
Creates, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, creates our experience of the world around us.
Yes. So just again, in case you guys didn't hear, it's the ability to see, hear, or become aware of something through senses to create our experience of the world around us. So the scripture that I have for that is Psalm 139 verses 23. And it's really simple. It's very well known, but I feel like because we're speaking about perception, it gives a new meaning. And it simply says, search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts. And I feel like this is a way of not just God alone, but this is our way of searching other people's thoughts, of searching our own thoughts and hearts, desires, by doing something as simple as looking at a photo and knowing how we process things and what we're subconsciously thinking. What's going on in our brain that we barely think about? And why do we think the way we do? What brought that up? What emotion did we feel when we looked at that photo? And why? Is it because we're optimistic? Is it because we are depressed or stressed out? Do we have anxiety? Is it because we just experienced something that represents what we just saw? Or was it something that we haven't dealt with from childhood? So this is why I love doing art expressions. It's different forms of art where we get to show how to express our emotions and how to, again, like I said, process and assess them so that we can move forward in a healthy way and be the best us we can be. All right. And of course, the closing is just, I think that was the closing, right? Nothing else is.
Yes.
Do you want to say anything about perception and the experience we just did and how we went through all these photos? Do you want to say anything to them about your experience and about art and how it makes you feel?
Okay. About art,
Mm-hmm.
it makes me feel happy.
Why?
Because it makes me feel better about what I'm thinking.
Okay, you could look.
About what I'm thinking.
Okay.
So if I draw what I'm thinking about,
Mm-hmm.
I can see the way that I'm feeling by what I drew.
Yeah, look at you. Trying to be all extra intelligent on my thing. Don't be trying to act up. All right, so.
Okay, whatever you say.
So The last thing I wanted to show you all, other than that inkblot, because I forgot to show you this. I feel like this is something we can all relate to because it's what we're going through, a pandemic right now. So I want to know what it is that you all feel and what emotions, plural, come to mind when you look at this photo. And let me know in the comment, and let me know if this is helpful at all. Like I said, I'm learning as I go, and the more and more I learn, the more and more you'll know. And I promise my best, I will teach you as much as I can. All right, so this is the last photo that I have in mind to show. And you can even screenshot it just in case you want to look at it further. And I'll put it here because the light doesn't really dim it as much. But yeah, so that's my way of just teaching you rather how to further express. Like if you're not a sketch artist, if you don't know how to draw, and you don't have to be, and you want to find a way to express yourself. In my other videos, you can see different things as to how I've learned how to express my emotions and everything like that. So until next time, I will see you maybe on Surrender Room. And again, I'll let you know what that's all about in the next video. It's a place where you can just let go, release your stress, anger, anxiety. You can write during the time you're listening. You can pretty much let go, and I pretty much give some type of encouragement with instrumental in the background as well. So I hope to see you there. You want to say bye to the folks?
Peace.
Really? Just say bye. Only you.